Yeah, so good news. Sparkman got the green light from the doctor's office. So that's number one. That was the first obstacle to get over. He got the green light. He's good to go. So now we're going to continue his training, continue his buildup. So we're very happy about that. If everything goes well, we should have Sparkman back probably towards the end of the first week, somewhere around there. In general, we're ahead of schedule of where we thought we would be before this first game, and so that's one of the things that I'm very happy about. And I'm speaking for the group as a collective, as a team. All the things that we've trained on the field within our simulation games, we played 10 simulation games. All of the training that we've done in those situations, we're ahead of schedule in our preparation going into today's game. So right now we're in a good spot. We're going to continue improving, but we're in a good spot as a team right now. What I am able to share is that I'm very excited that it's not just one player. There's been a big group of players on the position player side and the pitching side that have stood out during our spring camp, and it's very exciting to see as they continue this competing and getting better. On the pitching side, we went into spring training looking to add a bridge pitcher that can work with Dogu. Also see if we can add another arm in the leverage innings, the 7th, 8th, 9th inning. If we can add a little depth there, that was another one of our goals. And then obviously the fifth starting spot, the fifth spot in the rotation has been a competition. So in all three of those areas, we're very excited on what we're seeing and how that competition is developing. Well, as I shared at the beginning of spring training, I shared that Inbok, what he did in the second half of last year, he's earned that fourth spot. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to give it to him. He's got to continue to go out and compete and do well. But what he's achieved and what he's earned, he's definitely solidified something in the rotation. But we plan, all of our preparation planning and all of our training is how can we best use our new stadium as an advantage to us. So that idea is continuing to grow our pitching identity, our defense, our offense, how we're training specific focus points in each of those areas, ties and connects to the new stadium that we're playing. So I definitely think we've added depth to our pitching in our starting rotation and even more in our bullpen. We've added depth compared to last year. Our lineup has gotten a little more athletic than what it was last year. Our outfield defense has gotten better than last year. And so taking all of those things in components with the style and our philosophy of how we're going to play, add all of that together, and we've become a stronger team. You'll see a lot of it. And it'll look different. It won't look the same all the time. It'll look different. We trained for 10 inter-squad games at high-stress situations, high stress. And so now we're going to play normal games where there's not going to be high stress all the time, if that makes sense. And so our players trained up here at a high-stress situations constantly, improving, executing. And so now you go back to the regular games where you start every inning with nobody on base. So our players are used to the stressed innings, and now they're also used to, okay, let's start an inning with nobody on base. I'll give you another example. If you take a high school hitter who's never hit 90 miles an hour before, the first time he does it and the second time he does it, he's going to struggle with it. But over the course of a period of time, if he trains hitting against 90-mile-an-hour pitching, day in, day out, every single day, at some point that's going to become a lot easier than when you first started. We're continuing to grow our championship culture. We've started this process 2 years ago within the whole organization. And now, since I've taken this role, we're continuing to connect not only the first team, but our futures team. And so talking about a championship culture and what that looks like, there's many different phases to that. I've shared this before. There's a lot of people that I've talked with that seems like, some baseball people, that seems like for a period of time, there's a lot of people that doubt the Lotte Giants. And for whatever reason. That's their opinion, that's what they believe, that's okay. But it's our job as a team, starting with building our culture, to change doubt to belief. That starts with us as a team. It starts within our organization. How we do that, it ties into our process. Everything that we do, how we prepare, how we train, and then what have we learned? All of that ties into everything we're doing as an organization. And so each step just continues to build on each other where we're growing. It takes time, but we're not looking to get to the finish line tomorrow. This is going to take time so that it lasts. We want to be able to achieve sustainable success at the major league level. And I'll finish with this. What we were able to achieve in the second half of last season as a team is something to be excited about. We're looking to continue building that momentum starting the 2022 season. So our focus point today is the same as it has been for the last 5 to 6 weeks, is we continue to improve everything that we're doing to strengthen our lineup, to strengthen our pitching, to play the brand of baseball, creating our identity. Now's the fun part. This is the fun part of spring training, is when the games start that lead up to the season. If you think about the idea of our process, we prepare, we execute, and then we review it. Everything we do is under those guidelines. The review part is how we get better. So we're doing the same focus, but now we're doing it against other teams. Yeah, it's going to be a good challenge for us. He's had a lot of success as a KBO pitcher. He's had success as a major league pitcher, and now he's coming back. I love the competition. I welcome the competition. So it's going to be a challenge for us as a team. I think everybody has a good idea of who the veteran players are and where they kind of fit into the lineup. But to answer your question, if you were to follow close the next 16 games that we play, you'll probably get a good idea of basically what the lineup, 1 or 2 ways that the lineup's going to look like for the season. We're going to watch him. It'll be 3 or 4 innings. We're going to watch him. We're going to continue to build him up. There is a certain pitch count, but I think we're just going to try to get him to continue to build him up to ready for the season. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the game.